Let me ask you one question. Why would you run? Who the hell wants to get out of bed, out of a cozy bed, right? Warm themselves up and then go for a grueling, boring run? Greetings! Welcome to ABS Projects again, and today we have a beautiful video about running and why running is important. First of all, I do believe in one saying that says, walk before you can run. So, the people who are either obese or in some kind of a sickly manner, or who are not used to running and need walking and to fix their diet first, please, walking is also a beautiful option if you want to start making your body and your mind fit. Now that that's out of the way, let's say that you are familiar with a lot of walking and you want to start running. There are two different types of running that I endorse. I prefer one of them. I will tell you which one it is. But let's first ask ourselves, why would we go for a run? Well, medical reasons. First of all, it helps with circulation. Second, it boosts up your metabolism. Third, it speeds up your metabolism. Fourth, it is good for your immune system. Fifth, it boosts your hormone levels. And sixth, it's fun, if you can make it fun. Now, today, I'm going to make it fun for you and show you some of the types of running, but before we go into that, I will explain. You have two types of running. First of all, you can choose casual running, or jogging, what I call it, which in my opinion is boring, but it is a viable way to shed fat, to get yourself fit, and to achieve many of the goals that you need, endurance, and whatnot you require for your sports or for your personal life. In any case, the second type is what people call it HIIT, high intensity training, but high intensity training can relate to many sports in which there is high intensity. That is why for running, I call it high intensity interval sprinting, which can be done on a flat surface or on an inclined surface. Don't go decline because your knees will suffer a lot. So, before we continue, what is the most important thing before any workout? Warm up. So make sure you are warmed up before starting to run, and then go out into the field and go for a run. Before we go outside into the field and go for a run, let me tell you that recently there is this scientist, and many of them are following, who managed to discover that what we thought once was impossible is actually possible. There you go, human neurogenesis, which is a formation of new neurons in the brain, which could be extremely preventive from one of the most awful diseases ever, which is called Alzheimer's, which takes so many lives and so many people and makes many, many families extremely sad to lose their people like that. So it is not only beneficial for our health circulatory-wise, it is also beneficial for our brain. The new research found, and I will post it in the description below, found that putting your heart rate, or how they say, losing your breath twice a week above 150 beats per minute, or around somewhere that, causes human neurogenesis. So with that in mind, because we know the health reasons and everything, let's go out into the field and show you how to run a little bit. And now that we are done with the warm-up, we are back here in a beautiful castle park, ready for some exercises. Today's topic is running. So for some casual running, which is the first exercise that we're going to show, actually the first type of running, I suggest getting some nice and comfortable shoes. After you have done with your warm-up, start with your casual running. Also, pay attention to your breathing. Breathing is most important while running. Put on some nice earbuds in your ears, play some nice music, pay attention to the traffic, find your pace, and keep going. Now let's do some running. And there you have it, my friends, for the casual running. Now that the casual running, or jogging, what they call it, is done, what say you that we move to a more challenging park called St. George Park and do some of the fun running, which is more difficult one. Here we are, my dear friends. We arrived at St. George Park, over here at St. George, and my favorite stage and type of running, which is called high intensity interval sprinting. Why is this my favorite one? Well, I've already explained the benefits of it in my laboratory. Plus, it's not boring. For me, jogging is boring, although beneficial. I just can't seem to muster and keep up with it. I enjoy high-intensity interval sprinting, and I will show you why you should as well. Before attempting high-intensity interval sprinting, I recommend, of course, in addition for your stretch, I recommend not to start at high intensity all of a sudden, rather build up to it. So, high intensity interval sprinting is running between 7 to 10 seconds, really high intensity, sprinting, and then resting as long as you need your rest. It's not set in stone. So the rest is not, between 1 and 3 minutes. No, rest is, this is the best way that you will know that you're rested and that you haven't overdone it. Rest is when you have gathered all of your lung strength to do it again, but your muscles haven't cooled off. There you go. That is the perfect definition for it. So, let's do a couple of them and let me show you what is the find a flat surface. Find a flat surface and I will show you what it means to do high intensity interval sprinting. And now we have finally arrived to my favorite way of high-intensity interval sprinting. After you have become proficient in a flat surface interval sprinting and you build up slowly to it, do me a favor if you want to enjoy it all the way and challenge yourself. Take these two into your hands, pick any weight that you feel comfortable with. These are 750 grams each, and then just so it's like a 10-second explosion with the weights in your hand and up the steep hill, and then go back down, and then depends on how long of rest you need to do it again and do 10 sets. That's a good number. 10 sets is a good number. Regarding the frequency of how often should you do high intensity interval sprinting, I do it twice a week, but also I think that once a week would be beneficial as well. So 1 to 2 times per week, no problem. Now that we've done that, I think it's time for us to go back to the lab and see what we learned from today's lesson. Now that we are back in the lab, I hope you had fun and I hope you learned something. I hope you start slowly with your high intensity interval sprinting, because it is hard and it is taxing on your body, but as you get into it slowly and more, you will find it the most fun. Well, at least I did, and I hope you will too. That's it for me for today. I hope to see you again soon. Keep running, keep staying fit. And this is me, Fit at 41.